guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Peaceful and I'm back with a brand new video. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Don't forget to turn post notifications so you are notified next time I post another video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I day one. What it do, baby? Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for watching. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like the video. Don't forget to comment more video ideas down below. So as you guys can see from the title, today I have a more calm, a more one-on-one type of video. I wanted to come out here and just wish everyone good luck with the exams, everyone that is writing, and I just wanted to give you guys 5 exam technique or exam guide advice, or what to do for exams, or like something just to help you ease up on the exams and actually think or actually know that you've got this, because I feel like we all need to know how to tackle this, especially if you're doing your first year and you honestly have no idea what is going on. I am here to tell you what is going on. So I just have 5 simple things that I would like to share with you guys that normally help me to get through the exams, or something that worked for me when I was doing my first degree. It really helped, and I think this is a technique that I was able to carry through to my second degree, and it works a lot. So I hope you guys will also find it useful. And yeah, so let's get to the first point. So you guys, I had to move because there was a bit of brightness or light there, so I needed to change that. So this video is gonna be qualifying and preparing for exams and things like that. So the first point is mainly the first question is, do you qualify for your exams? And if your answer to this question is yes, then what is the percentage that you qualified with to your exam? So because I'm asking this thing, I'm saying this as a first step, because a person who qualified with a 50% and a person who qualified with a 90% are 2 different people, and they're working towards 2 different goals. Hence, I am saying that what was the percentage that you qualified with to your exam? Using that percentage, you are able to time yourself. You are able to say, this is how much work I need to put in. A lot of people make mistakes of just saying that I qualified for exam with a 90, so I don't really need to pass an exam. Well, with UJ, you have to get 50% for your exam. You literally need to pass your exam for you to pass a module. So just because you qualified with a big mark, it does not mean that that mark automatically you pass the exam, you pass the module. No, obviously if you qualified with a 19, half of 90 is 45, you just need 5% to pass with a 50. But unfortunately, you still need to get 50%. You need to pass the exam for you to pass the module. So do not make the mistake of relaxing, saying that I qualified with a good mark, I can still pass the module. You need to pass the exam, which leads to the second thing that you need to do during your exam season. So I would say to you, create a timetable and actually stick to it. I feel like a timetable brings in a lot of discipline during exam time, and also having a timetable means that you know what you're supposed to be doing at what time, and it makes you do it. And it actually, because if you don't follow your timetable, somehow you feel guilty that I should be doing this, but instead I'm doing something like that. So you need to learn, I think my advice would be learn self-discipline, so that you know you should be doing something, do it. You know you should be studying, study. So create a timetable. It's only for like 3 weeks. Exams are like 3 weeks and then you're done. So if you create a timetable, stick to it, just 3 weeks, you pass, good marks, then you enjoy the rest of the semester stress-free. You don't even have to worry about supplementary exams. But if you don't have a timetable, if you don't stick to a routine, if you don't come up with a routine, you don't establish a routine, then you are setting yourself up for failure. Because what are the chances that you will actually follow Like, what are the chances that you will actually do what you must do when you're supposed to be doing it? You will just say, I'll study, but you don't really know what time you'll start studying. You start studying when you feel like studying, when it's not something, it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't start studying because you feel like studying. You should study because you should be studying, right? So I hope it helps, and I hope that from the first point you work with what you have. So if you qualified with a less mark, you know you need to work harder. And also, if you have a timetable, you are able to stick to it, you are able to follow it through, you are able to build a routine, you're able to work towards better marks. And the third point is social media, cutting off social media. I think on Friday or Thursday? Friday, I was with my house warden, a house mother, and she asked me, I was just sitting on the couch, and she asked me that, what am I doing on my phone? And I was like, yo, I'm on Instagram watching reels. And she was like, yo, those things take up so much time. So imagine if an adult can also pick up that, like, scrolling on reels on Instagram or TikTok takes up so much of your time, because when you should be doing this, you are not doing it. You're wasting a lot of your time on social media. So personally, I deleted TikTok as soon as I started with my exams, and I couldn't deactivate my Instagram because I had tried to deactivate it and then activated it again on the same day by mistake. So now I need to wait like 7 days for me to be able to deactivate my Instagram. But that is what I do personally because it helps me a lot. And I would advise that you guys try it if you really need something that's going to help you be grounded during your exams, is to delete TikTok, delete social media. It's just for like a good 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or for the time being of your exams. I would say delete WhatsApp, but we all know that we need WhatsApp most of the time to do our schoolwork, ask questions, get help from people. But besides that, if you don't really use your WhatsApp for schoolwork, I would say delete it for the time being. Focus on your exams. Anything that costs you peace or costs distraction in your life during exam season, I would say cut it off, because it is definitely not worth it. It is definitely not worth it. So here I said, if you get easily distracted, you need to consider deleting social media at all. Like, just delete social media. And then the next technique I would say is to get your notes right. So before you actually start studying, if you're a person who studies with notes and everything, I would say that get your notes right. If you don't use notes to study, I would say try have your notes, because notes pace you and show you how far you are. So if a person that makes notes chapter by chapter, then they help you know how far you are. If you're supposed to be studying 10 chapters and you have your notes are up to 7 chapters, you know you have 3 more chapters to go, so that you can have all your work together. I use notes. I write my notes down. I write down everything. So I would say try get your notes right. Do not make the mistake of going to the exam room without knowing anything, without noting anything, without studying anything. You need to be able to sacrifice. If you know that you're not done with a chapter and you're feeling sleepy, you must sacrifice your sleep for that chapter. I always say that you can always come back and sleep, but sleeping before writing, all in the name of I am sleepy, it doesn't work. Go take a cold shower, take a walk, do something, as long as it helps you get the chapter in. Even if you don't feel like that chapter will be out in that exam, it's not you. You're not the assessor of the exam. You're not the lecturer. You don't know that. So instead of assuming that this chapter is not that important, rather study that chapter, sacrifice the time, sacrifice an hour of your sleep, because sleeping really does not pay off. It honestly doesn't. Gube anglalanga doesn't help because you slept. So try and get your notes right, do your things in time. By this time, if you're writing 2 days from today, make sure that all your notes are complete. It's really not worth it stressing, thinking about I should have studied, I should have done this, I should have had my notes. Yes, you should have your notes. Yes, you should have studied. There's no time for you to actually say that I should have. You know you should have done that. And if you had done that, then it was going to obviously help you. So guys, the last point of this video is exam technique. I am telling you, if you master the exam technique, if you master how you're supposed to answer exam questions, then you've got this. If you know how to answer an exam question, because you need to know, if they say to you, tabulate the following blah 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 blah, you need to know that means your answer must be in a table format. If they say to you, discuss so and so and so, you're supposed to go. You must know what you must do and when you must do it. So if you master the exam technique, believe you me, you have mastered your exams. Because I know my friend who's doing CTA, who's studying or doing somewhere there, but something has to do with CTA accounting. She told me that if you know theory, it's fine. But if you don't know the exam technique, you are just as good as someone who didn't study, because they even allow you to go into the exam room with a textbook and things like that. But if you don't know how to answer the question, then you are doomed. You and someone who didn't study are practically the same person. So I would say that try incorporating past exam papers into your studying. After you have done point number 4, which is getting your notes right, then you go to point number 5, which is getting the exam technique right. And if you get the exam technique right, you are able to answer any question that you might find in the exam paper. Because, for example, most lecturers, they don't really change a lot in the exams. They use like previous question papers to set. So if you remember properly that you practiced something and it said to you, discuss so and so by calculating, or just discuss, but you can see that the statement that they gave you has numbers, it means you must calculate somewhere, and then after calculating, then you use the answer you got to discuss what they asked you to discuss. So because sometimes they can just say discuss, but it's economics, so somehow you need to provide percentages to support what you are discussing. You need to calculate to support what you're discussing. But if it's something that you've practiced using a past exam paper, then you know how to answer it. If they say to you, state the 5 stages of something on business management, if you have practiced a question that looks like that, you know that stating the step number 1, just saying step number 1, interpret the business, and then you know that you're not gonna get 1 mark for writing step number 1. They don't even give you a mark for knowing the steps. They give you a mark for actually explaining the steps, but sometimes they give you half a mark for the step. But if you've mastered exam technique, you know that you need to know your content. Knowing the steps is not going to help you, but actually incorporating what the step says when you're answering your question is what is going to get you marks. So when you go into the exam, know what is going to get you marks. You must know, Uguti, if I do this, this is going to get me marks. It's the same as accounting. If you write your financial statement and you don't put your calculations in, you know that you're not going to get marks. But if you put calculations, even if you can go underneath the answer sheet and just write calculations, and then you write your calculations, you are going to get marks. So the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is that you must master exam technique. You must know how to answer exam questions, and that way you are able to master these exams. I hope this video was helpful to everyone, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't want it to be super long because today's a Sunday. I wanted to edit and post it in case there are people who are writing tomorrow or who have exams coming up. I wish you guys all the best with your exams. I'm also writing. I have like 4 exams, so we are all going through this together, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do like the video. Don't forget to comment more video ideas down below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. I hope you stay, and I hope you don't need to study so you can click on the next video. But if you need to go study, my sister or my brother, I would say go study, and I will see you in another video. I love you guys so much. We are on the road to 900 subscribers. 900 subscribers. We are going, baby. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next flipping video. Bye.
That broke shit get old. Ain't gon' keep me run no hoe shit. These hoes get too bold. I'm allergic to that no shit.